Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Jamie Plays Games with me, Jamie. So, we're going to look at Stellaris again today, specifically the Star Trek New Horizons mod. And in the last episode, we had the Augment event chain, and we also met some of our northern neighbours. So we met the Saurian League, we met the Benzarian Commonwealth, and we met the Deltan Union. So hopefully, what my goal, hopefully for this episode to be, is to actually get into a coalition with at least these two forces. Sorry, at least these two factions, which they're already.
Sorry, the universal translator sometimes has trouble reconfiguring my lingual clicks and pops.
Well, they're currently already in a commonwealth, or sorry, a coalition with each other. Excuse me. And I'm hoping to join this coalition and then eventually integrate them into the Federation. So let's see. I assume also in this episode we will try and expand further this way. We'll eventually meet the Romulans, who are somewhere over here, meet some of the empires down here. Probably even the Klingons will come up, Cardassians on this side, Temerian Unions somewhere around here-ish. So yeah, let's unpause and see what happens. So unpause and speed up the game. And we already have a commercial pack
Salvage everywhere.
from the Ferengi, that's great, so agree. And we have reasons to declare war on the Benzarian Commonwealth because we now border them. Research is finished, great. So we can exploit magnesite, which we have in within our borders. Right here, for example, magnesite. A traffic control starbase facility or new torpedoes, but they take topaline, which we actually have, and we are mining. But I'm going to go for the magnesite first. And unpause. Oh, Trill is entered in a commercial pact with the Betazoid houses. Great. Oh, more research is finished. We now have a decreased outpost cost. And we can build a holotheater. There's an anomaly here, which I'm going to research. And say new research. And we can then choose the matter fabricator, a research station output, or burst phasers. Ooh, difficult. Let's do the matter fabricator just because it's the lowest technology. It has the lowest cost, I should say. Meaning it's more intended towards the beginning of the game. Oh, and we have some construction ships that aren't doing anything. Where are you? Ah, yes. So build the mining stations, build the research station. You're currently building a starbase. That's fascinating. So while conducting surface scans of Gamma Pavonis 6, Science Officer Clara Garnett and the crew of the USS Miranda discovered what appeared to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mirror came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text. Yeah, that's great. Let's go there. So this is fascinating. And let's have you research this project and then automatically explore again. So if you remember in the last episode, we also found a relic. So relics are new items that have been added to the base game in, I believe, I think it was version 5. So we're currently on 5.1. And it's the Resekian flute. So if you remember, that's from the episode called Inner Light from Star Trek The Next Generation, where Picard basically lives through the life of a man who was on a dying planet and has all of his experiences. And part of that life was this Resekian flute, which, if you actually click on it here, actually has an active effect of playing the flute, playing the flute music. So I'm going to do that. Yes, so beautiful music. Excellent. And let's unpause and continue and see what happens. Oh, well, technology's finished first. So in the last episode, we started this research for starports and promenades, and basically anything, lots of commercial buildings and starbase buildings. So now we can increase the number of max administrative districts that can be built on a planet, increase the habitability of planets, or increase colony development speed by 50%. I'm going to go for habitability. I also see that this construction ship is finished, so let's build a mining station and the research station. Let's upgrade the fleet as well. And Pjem still has this worker who does not feel like working because they're in the ruling class, but hopefully they will demote down to the special class soon. We have a message, defensive pact, from Trill. Sure, that sounds good, although again, if I enter into this coalition with these two, then Trill will not be, Oh, I could invite Trill to a coalition separately. Now let's wait. I kind of would like to get these two first. I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. So, new research. We can go for a protein fabricator, which turns energy into food. And then it improves the consumer goods production in the industrial district. We can improve our research districts to make more physics research, or we can add tractor beams, which is a component for destroyer class vessels, or the fixed mount tractor beam on starbases. I think I'm going to go for the... Actually, I think I'm going to go for the tractor beam, because that hopefully will help us unlock, or get closer to unlocking the destroyer class starships. Let's do that. So where do I want you to build a starbase next? I guess here. But I don't have enough influence at the moment. Oh, a vessel of some kind has crashed into the surface of this asteroid. Wreckage from the craft can still be found within the impact crater. Let's research that. So, Science Officer Clargard has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Gamma Pavonis 6. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes, in broad terms, the collected technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There is enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts. So intriguing. It adds ancient ruins, ancient wreckage, and anomalous readings to Gamma Pavonis 6, and Clara Garrett gains 200 experience, so that's great. So what I really want is, once this one bit finishes the research station, to move here and then build the outpost there. So, oh, we're going to meet somebody else very soon. Let's research that. And where are they? Let's say the aliens are up here, so they're probably some kind of entity rather than some kind of excuse me, rather than some kind of other empire that we haven't met yet. So we now have the Federation Council, so we can expand diplomatic outreach to neighboring worlds. Let's see what we're at right now. I think basically we just need to increase our trust with them to be able to enter into a coalition. So we can offer to mediate a dispute. For example, the Saurian League with the Zindi Council, or with the Benzarian Commonwealth, or we can request a new dossier, which just, again, does kind of refreshes. Go back. We can establish a neutral zone, which I don't want to do because that forces us to lose systems. React to a galactic conflict. Go back. I think what I'm going to do is mediate a dispute. Maybe the Ferengi Alliance? Zindi Council. So the Zindi, I think, hate me at the moment. Yep, they don't like me. Border friction, xenophobia, an egalitarian rabble. Saurian League likes me. Let's go back. For the Saurian League, who do you have? The Benzarian Commonwealth? Let's do that, because I think
we know we can be of great help.
Benzar likes me as well. Let's do this. So what it means is that I'm going to mediate a dispute between the Saurian League and the Benzarian Commonwealth, and if successful, then all three of us like each other more. So let's do that. So the head of the diplomatic corps has drafted a proposal for a series of summits between the Saurian League and the Benzarian Commonwealth to resolve their ongoing disputes and build trust between both parties. Let's approve. And what this now means is that I will get some kind of special project. So interesting, we'll meet more people. Or it looks like more, maybe another, because of the amount of time it takes, maybe more alien entities rather than an empire. So, crashed ore freighter. After identifying an anomaly in the gravity well of RLS-001b, the USS Umbriel has discovered the shattered wreckage of an ancient ore superfreighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly, so it gains an ancient mine. Great. And that's in the Basin Wrist. Both the Saurian League and the Benzarian Wealth have accepted our offer to mediate their dispute. A conference will be scheduled on one of the two parties' homeworlds to begin the process. Understood. And this is actually great because I have a science ship there that's just finished. So let's do that research project, then go home for upgrades, and then automatically explore. Where are you going? Why don't we have you also go home for upgrades, and then automatically explore again. Where's the Enterprise? What? Oh. Good thing I found you, Enterprise, because you're about to die if you go over there. If we don't want to do, so let's go home and upgrade and then automatically explore again. And maybe let's do the same thing with this constructor. So once you've finished researching, upgrade, and then where do I want to send you? Well, I can expand this way. I guess let's go to Ross 154, and then eventually I'll build an outpost there. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, we have a tradition available. So we finished our discovery tradition tree, and now I can choose something else. So we can go for frontier traditions. This helps us to expand. Preservation traditions, federation traditions, which are unique to the Federation. Harmony traditions, which is about things like food and unity. Diversity, which is about really military strength. And shipbuilding, costs and things like that. Diplomacy, which is always good for the Federation. I think what I'm going to go for is the Federation tradition. So the United Federation is an interstellar federal republic composed of planetary governments that agree to exist semi-autonomously under a single central government. So when we first adopt this tradition, it allows for the construction of the embassy complex to house powerful ambassadors from member worlds if they are UFP. If they are the United Federation of Planets. It also allows for the crewing of certain starships with interspecies crew. Adopting all Federation tree traditions reduces the building cost by 10%. In addition, we will unlock one Ascension perk slot. So I'm going to do this, and then next time on a planet, for example, I believe we can then build the or maybe it's only on our capital. We can then build something called the ambassadorial complex, which if I say go here, for example, yes, embassy complex, it adds 3 ambassadors' jobs, and they produce 12 unity, 12 supplies, and 12 trade value, which is great. At the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the trading center to a starport, which adds one more trading job, and I'm going to upgrade the entertainment center as well to a holo theater. Let's see what else we can upgrade. So we can't do any of these yet. Nope. Because these are all fledgling colonies. Okay, let's just continue then.
War declared.
Oh, war has been declared between the Surian Council and the Zindik. The Surian League and the Zindi Council. So these two right here. It's going to be interesting. Why? You. Research projects. And then go back to upgrade and then automatically explore.
I hatched.
So, hidden dealings, a rare disease unrelated to our first contact, is spreading rapidly across the united world of Anaxar. Many media outlets and political groups on Anaxar have blamed us for the fatalities and repeatedly suggest that the Republic of Anaxar government would be better off alone rather than as part of the United Federation of Planets, as we have not shared our advanced medical technology with them. Protests have begun to spread in several major locations across Anaxar, whilst the local government forces are attempting to quell the most violent areas. Our diplomats on Anaxar are requesting a large amount of medical research and equipment to be provided to the local hospitals in order to combat this disease and showcase our generosity and welfare to the populace. So this event is happening because currently, if we go to the Anaxar observation post, we are basically adding them to the Federation. We are preparing them for Federation membership, and we can do that because they are warp-capable civilization. So what we can do is say, until they join, it's their problem, or aid their researchers but let them find the cure. So let's do that. So we've lost 5 progress, which unfortunately this only, I believe, increases by, 0.4 per month. So unfortunately we've lost a lot of progress with minus 5%. And that's 5% of the total, not 5% of what you've done so far. So, so some of those entities that we were researching have turned out to be pirates. That's great. Well, not really, that's sarcasm. Let's see, can I build an outpost yet? Nope, we are lacking 19 influence. So about 19 months from now. That's going to take a while. Hopefully, well, we'll see. I think maybe this special project also gives us some kind of influence, either a bonus or a boost, I'm not sure. Basically, we'll just have to see. There's so new research. So we can go for Holographic Training Center, which is a Starbase facility, acetone simulators. Those drain energy, so you can install them on, I guess, any ship. But you can also install them on starbases as a facility. And phase interlocker customization, which is they can be used to shunt warp plasma to different systems rapidly, resulting in improved energy where it is needed. Let's go for this one. And let's reinforce our ships and then upgrade them. Our mediation dispute between the Saurian League and the Benzarian Commonwealth has been a success. Both parties have increased their trust of each other. That's great. So their trust increases with each other by 30, and with me by 10. Okay, so I guess no influence. I was wrong about that. Understood. Thank you. They want to form a research agreement. Sure, that sounds great. But can I... I can't join their coalition because they're not at peace. And we have new research finished. So now we can unlock bunker networks and ground to space defenses, a Javanite artisan shop which adds luxuries, or which produces luxuries, or orbital hydroponics, which is the water ice resource. Ooh, this is difficult. I guess let's do the water ice resource. Well, it looks like so far the Saurians definitely have the upper hand here against the Zindi. I guess. Yep, it's the Zindi who are the kind of small empire against the Saurians and the Deltans. So yeah, I don't think the Zindi are going to win. So we can now exploit the magnesite resource. So we can then go for topoline refining, which allows us to. Well, I thought we already had topoline. We already have an income of topoline, so why would we then get to exploit topoline again? No idea. Or duranium forge, which is for making duranium plating, which is for upgrading your star bases, which again we haven't actually done. Or polarized hull plating relay and form-fitting force fields for our ships. I'm going to go for the topoline. Actually, no, I'm going to go for the hull plating relay and the form-fitting force fields, which increases our ship's our shield technologies. So a migration treaty from the Saurian League, yes, that sounds great. And then what I'm going to do is upgrade my ships again. Commercial invitation from Trill, yep, that sounds good. Oh, I can now build a building on Rarkan. And let's see, we get society research from research jobs, plus 25, and minerals. So this would be a good place to have minerals and research, but I'm also currently losing energy and food. Let's go for energy. More research, so we can now do water ice. So now we can, claim influence cost from -20. Yes, let's do that. So that means building star bases and things takes less influence. So that will be good once that actually fully researches. Construction ship. Yep. So every time you activate this relic, it has a certain amount of downtime, which is, I think, 720 days, and then it will constantly keep popping up. Pressing on the Resekian flute just plays the music, so I'm not going to do it again, because we did that, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago. So I'm actually just going to disable this alert. And those as well. Oh, and it looks like the ship finished building, so it wasn't upgraded because it was still the old design, so let's upgrade that one ship. Great. Oh, coalition invitation. Oh, from Trill. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Because I think their war is going to take a little bit. So we have met the Antikin Pax, so that's great. We have more influence, meaning I can then build that starbase. So we greet you in peace. Oh, we've met the Cardassian Union as well. Ooh, okay, so let's see where you are. Okay. It's basically because we know the Trill now. So we greet you in peace, I guess. And we've met the Bajorans. This is great. We can learn a lot from each other. We've met the Temerian Unity. So, Kira at Bashi, the Beast of Tanagra. Or the Beast at Tanagra. Kitea, his eyes closed beside Sokath, his eyes opened. Peled by the forest. So with the Temerian Union, you have a special project as well that will fire at some point now that we've met them. Basically to do research in order to understand them. Once you can understand them, you get a relationship boost or bonus, and then yeah, basically you can really then start talking to them. So we greet you as equals. We've met the Shepelite. So we greet you in peace. This is great. This has just given us tons of influence, and I am definitely going to use that. right now. So you're moving to Ross 154, and instead of just moving, I'm actually going to have you build the outpost. So at the same time, we have the interspecies medical exchange. So while the medical needs of most species are unique, there is logic in pooling resources to aid research. Doctors from across the United Federation of Planets, led by Dr. Gupta, have proposed the formation of the interspecies medical exchange to promote medical research and cross-species collaboration. While there are costs associated with maintaining the organization, the benefits are likely to far outweigh them. If funded, Dr. Gupta would be placed on permanent secondment to the interspecies medical exchange. Basically, that means we lose Gupta. It cost us 100 energy research, 100 energy credits, and then 5 per month, but it boosts our society research production by 5%, which I am going to do that. So we've now lost Gupta, who was our society research scientist. We don't have any. Oh, yeah, we do. I take that back. We have Clara Garrett, whose expertise is in new worlds, which sometimes show up in the research in the society research section. So I'm going to move her from the USS Miranda to this research, and then the USS Miranda is here, and I'm going to basically recruit a new leader. So we can recruit someone with expertise in computing, or another doctor, or an expertise in new worlds. I'm going to recruit the doctor because doctor research speed increase in biology by 7%, increased lifespan by 10 years, and they're only 37. So we now have Vera Anatov. Great. And unpause. Wait, where are you? Let's have you. Hold on. I guess with the recent upgrades, they didn't, or when they moved to upgrade, they didn't all get the most recent one, so that's why it's saying you can upgrade again. So greetings, Prime Minister. I am Administrator Apurva Gupta of the Interspecies Medical Exchange. How can we be of assistance today? So we can say, what is the Medical Species Exchange? So it's an interstellar program that allows doctors from various species to volunteer to serve on alien worlds in order to further their understanding of xenobiology. The IME is committed to the sharing of medical knowledge, and we can hope to foster cooperation between all governments that join us. So great. So you can leave it. We can ask what it is, which we just did, or loan a doctor to the IME. So we can always temporary loan a doctor. I'm not going to do that at the moment, thank you, so just exit. So we can contact them. So the IME exists as a, let me find it first, yeah, here as an agency. So they're extensions of parental government tasked with fulfilling a specific function. So if I were to click on here and communicate, they function just as like an empire does. So great, thank you. The Zindi have joined, great. The Shepelite guilds have joined. We can then have a research agreement with Trill. Great, let's do that. So Sanaa and Euridians have, so the Delta Union government has joined. Great. The Euridians and the Sanaa have rivaled each other. Oh, some unknown government has joined. Great. Another unknown government has joined. The Ferengi have joined. So Earth has finished upgrading its buildings. Yeah, and we still can't upgrade the hospital because we don't have cortisine. Trill wishes to give Betazoids. The Betazoid Houses Association status, yes. So I guess what I'll do is actually expand this way first. Rather than expanding this way, that's fine by me, to be honest. So claim influence cost minus 20%, that's great. Advances in healthcare. So every healthcare worker improves population growth, that's great. Or we could do drone assisted farming with our ecodomes, which again is farming, and ooh, let's do the farming because I am losing food. and more population just means I will lose food even faster. So let's pause this. First, before dealing with the Federation Council, I'm going to build all these stations, mining station, and then go here, build an outpost in this constructor. You're still building, okay, great. So begin ascension talks with Trill, and let's go for low intensity negotiations at the moment. I need my influence. I don't want to spend too much. And minus 100 at the moment. I do kind of want to expand as much as possible before meeting the Romulans, because they love to expand as well. So, construction ship, you're not doing anything. Ah, that's because somebody else has, well, the Saurians have built in Ross 154. So let's have you build the research post, the starbase outpost over there. You're still building all your stuff, that's great. So Bajorians are now guaranteeing the independence of the Union of Beta Aurigay. Where is that?
Mirab, his sails furled on the river.
Ah, okay. So I must have been as part of the deal between the Temerian Union and the Betazoid houses is that these would become independent. Great.
Rai and Jiri Hatlunga, Rai of Luani. Luani under 2 moons.
So they're also coalition builders, so let's offer them association status as well.
Damach Angelad at.
We have a message, an association
Another
request
vessel to salvage.
from the
Soon I
friendly.
will be Grand Negus.
Great. So actually, hopefully, well, at the moment it means our coalition is actually becoming a lot larger than I thought it was going to. I thought it was basically going to be Trill, incorporate them, and then go into this coalition, which it still could be. So if I do incorporate them before anyone else joins our coalition or request to join, then that means there would be no coalition, and all of these associations, associate members,
Kiazi's children.
then wouldn't be part of the coalition. But let's see. Maybe I'll just build my own, incorporate all of those, and then expand here last. I guess that's probably what I'll have to do. Oh, I'm at the height of my dilithium storage, so let's do one thing actually. I'm going to set up on the market a new monthly trade, sell dilithium, and we're making 50. So we're making 51, so I'm going to sell 53. And let's see what happens. So we've noticed my energy has just shot up. That's great, because I also just saw here that we want the fact by the end of their by the end of their reign, no, not reign, their term, the Prime Minister wants us to have our monthly energy credit surplus up to 20 per month, and now we're at 82, so that's great. So I also saw that we want an energy infrastructure for at least 2 commercial districts. So why don't we build those? Yeah, deuterium. Oh, yeah, we're making 39 per month, so why don't we build 2 commercial districts here. And these increase our energy credits coming from the fusion reactors, so actually now it would be a good idea to build 2 more fusion reactors when possible. So they also want to give the Shepherlite guilds, which are where? Well, yes, I'm happy to give them association status. Where are they? So this Antican Pax. Oh, Shepherd-like Guild's here. And there is an anomaly of an asteroid orbits this moon. The small planetoid's orbit appears to be too stable to be a natural occurrence. So research that. Let's continue on. Great. So we can upgrade our ships again. Then we can add a nuclear minefield to our starbases, add lander pod wings. So this pod is a spherical cockpit connected to the aft section containing 4 extendable stabilizing vanes, which could rotate freely around the cockpit to maintain position and altitude. So these are strike craft, or chemosite torpedoes, again, which require, is it topoline, I think? Yep. No. Oh, chemosite, of course. Duh. And we currently getting 2 chemosite per month, so let's do these torpedoes. We'll soon have those 2 sets of research, so that's good. So, for some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into the stable orbit of Beta Leonis 5A. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. So interesting. So this gives us an ancient wreckage, which I believe gives us minerals. So that was over here. Oh, so we've found some hostile aliens. So it seems I now have a lot of associate members to my coalition. Let's see if we can actually start. So why don't you want to be in the coalition yet? So it's basically opinion, which will increase with trust, and also distance. Okay, that's not a problem. So research complete. I guess it's going to be the same for the Ferengi and for basically everyone who's an associate member. New research. So ground to space defenses, rehabilitation and re-education center, so which is an upgrade of our police station, or soil enhancement center, and import brizene nitrates. Let's do this one again. I want. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can expand somewhere. So if I go to the expansion planner, this is a variable. They have unstable ecosystems caused by a highly eccentric orbit orbiting a trinary star system, or orbiting a star with highly variable output. They are comprised of countless biomes and microclimates. Deserts and rainforests can coexist within a few kilometers of each other. Almost every life form can find part of this world suitable for habitation, but Q-class planets are nearly impossible to terraform due to their volatile nature. Okay. Polar. So I'm looking for one that maybe has a bonus to food, but it seems that rather than having a bonus to food, the only thing we have is a malus to food. Oh, actually no. Tau Cesi Prime plus 10 from food jobs, so I could make this a food planet. Let's do that. Let's colonize and send the highest level humans or Tellarites or Trill. Let's send a Tellarite. And Altair is now finished building. Because it's in the Saurian League, so it didn't finish building, it was cancelled. So let's move over here to Beta Leonis. Yes, because we can't really expand anywhere this way, but we can still try and expand this way. So the Ferengi and the Zindia rivals, and they've rivaled each other, which is not surprising. We can upgrade our ships again, so let's do that. Arriving at Gamma Equally 5, we've detected unusual intermittent readings, so okay, just research. So, can we build anything on our anchorages? Naval Logistics Center we already have. Portable Museum, we don't have a planet. Let's again wait. Ooh. So research, new research. So what I've accidentally done, because I hit escape, is I've delayed that decision by 6 months. So we will eventually get that back. We haven't lost everything, but yeah, it's just been delayed by 6 months for those phase interlock, that phase interlock research. So we can add onboard chemistry labs or biology labs or physics labs to our, I believe, actually I'm not sure if this is onto specific ships or whether this is on just on survey ships or science ships. We can improve our physics research from research districts or improve our station output by 10%, research stations. So let's do that, because we have more research stations than we do, we have more research stations than we do research buildings at the moment. So more people to meet. So let's research. So while in the vicinity of Gamma Equuli 5, Captain Carlos Garcia turns to the science officer and asks for his opinion about the origins of the vessel they are approaching fast. The science officer replies that the vessel's origin is unknown, noting that it could hardly be an Earth ship. The communication officer announces that she is receiving a signal, an old Morse code call signal. Captain Garcia turns to the science officer and comments about the ship not possibly being an Earth vessel. The ship appears on screen and the captain states that it is an old DY-500 class ship. The science officer postulates to the captain, suggesting it might be an older DY-100 ship. The last such vessel built was centuries ago in the 1990s. Captain Garcia has the ship go to full alert, not wanting to be caught off guard if the derelict vessel is being used by aliens, so leave it, it's too dangerous, or come alongside the vessel. Let's come alongside the vessel. And unpause. Captain's log supplemental. A full hour has elapsed since interception of the strange vessel. Our presence alongside it is still being completely ignored. Although our sensors continue to show signs of equipment and life aboard, there has been no indication of danger to us. Over the intercom, the captain orders the weapons department to maintain battle stations and all other decks to stand by alert. The medical officer arrives on the bridge and informs the captain that he is picking up life signs on the vessel, very faint and very slow. Sensors indicate 60 to 70 bodies. The science officer informs the captain that the hull of the vessel is pitted with micrometeor impacts, but intact. Captain Garcia turns to the helmsman and has him rig the USS Umbrel for tractor beam, so prepare to beam aboard. Let's see what the trade offer is. Oh, we've met the sonar and they're just giving us stuff, that's always nice. So the SSJ Bartlett is a DY-500 colony ship, top speed of warp 2. While aboard, Carlos Garcia comes across the sleep chamber of the person who is presumed the captain of the vessel. With the aid of the medical officer and chief engineering officer, they are able to revive the sleeper, and before long all of the Bartlett's crew. After discussing the time period in which they are now in, as well as the status of the galaxy as a whole, the crew decides to offer whatever help they can, so acknowledged. Oh, so we gain influence. That's always a plus.
An alien empire has established
Ooh,
communications.
we've met the Tellarian Republic, which is, yeah, okay, Tellarian Republic. We greet you in peace. So the Tellarian Republic is down here. For a second I thought we meant the, so over here the Romulans also have kind of a subsidiary that's also called the Something Republic, and I thought it was that one, but obviously I don't know my Star Trek lore as well as I thought I did. So, borders closed from the Tellarian Republic. Oh, and they're going... Oh, an insult from the Zenkethi. Yeah, that's normal. Oh, and now we've met the First Federation. So, we greet you in peace. So, the First Federation is the first unaffected race. So, the first extremely advanced race that is... It basically doesn't develop, it doesn't do anything yet until it becomes... an awakened empire. So we're going to meet more people. Let's investigate the Mu aliens. Great. And it will be another empire because it's only going to take us 1 month. So, oh, we've met the Tholian assembly. So the Tholians are an arachnid-like race who are extremely xenophobic. So let's say we greet you as equals, the Tholians, and they've joined the medical exchange program, which is a bit surprising, but okay. We can upgrade our ships again. So let's do so. So this was the phase interlock specialization that I accidentally snoozed. So can you provide more information? So we can improve shield damage, improve hull damage, or improved armor damage. So we can adjust our weapons to order to combat enemy shields more effectively. Hull damage, so it will breach enemy hulls more effectively, or armor damage, so it will disrupt and destroy enemy armor more effectively. Let's go for shields, which has given us the shield damage specialization. So +5 to shield damage, great. We've then again, we need to investigate more people. Trill wishes to invite the Betasoid houses into the coalition. Hell yes, that sounds great. And we've met the Valerian Freeholds. Nice to meet you. The Bolian League, also nice to meet you. The Klingon Empire, nice to meet you. So, yes, here we go. Here is the Bolian League. That's great. And let's research some more technology. So, we can unlock crew components in the repair station. These help with our hull regeneration. We can unlock the Black Hole Observatory and the Anthropological Research Center. We can increase our monthly influence by +2 and unlock several edicts. Let's do that because of the monthly influence. I think that will be very useful. So can we reinforce the fleet? Nope, not yet, but we can upgrade those 2 ships. Oh, and the Basin Rift is now finished building, so let's build the mining station and the research station. You're still going down here. Okay, that's great. And our research is full. Our deuterium stocks, our supply is full. Can we add deuterium? No, we cannot. Let's sell. No, we cannot sell any deuterium. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, so we'll just have an excess of deuterium then. That's fine. So we've the Rho aliens and the Pi aliens. So I think this empire, this unknown empire here, are the Romulans. One of them will be the Romulans, and one of them will be their tributary. Let's review the Trill administration process, and let's go for high intensity negotiations. Because I do have 400 influence at the moment, so let's go for high intensity negotiations. Can we So there's the Garidian Republic, which is the subsidiary of the Romulans, so let's greet you in peace. They're over there. And then the rest of this, probably most of this, will be the Romulans.
We know we can be of great help.
Here we go. They're the Romulans. Let's greet you in peace. Oh, they haven't expanded as far as I thought they would. I thought they'd be farther up here and farther down here. But the Klingons, let's go down here. Oh, they've also not expanded as far. So, okay. I thought they would have expanded farther here. Although there are empires over here, that's not a problem. They've probably expanded, which is why they haven't. For example, there's What the heck is up here? What is the large race over here? Oh, I don't remember. Well, let's continue. It'll be a surprise. So we have another tradition. We can go for Starfleet Medical. So healthcare reduces crime by -10, improves stability by +5. Or the Federation Bureau of Investigation, which reduces POPs amenity usage by 5% and reduces building cost by 5%. Ooh, this also allows special member world research programs to be undertaken at the Federation Council meetings. Let's do that, and I will show you the next time that comes up. We've finished the Chemosite torpedo research, that's great. We can go for a Persium mine, the next stage thruster or traffic control. Let's go for the next stage thruster. And I'll just stay on this page, on the research tab, because this will finish in a second. So let's do new research. We can do type 2 phasers, duotronic computer, or the astrometrics lab and research. Let's do a duotronic computer because these computers control everything. The more advanced your computer, the better a lot of that will be. And we can reinforce the fleet again, that's great. And let's also upgrade ships. And again, I'll have to do the second time once that other ship is built, but that's okay. Oh, and Mars. Oh, now we can actually terraform Mars because we can build the Verteron array, and this will start terraforming Mars once that's built. But so this will basically give us different decisions here that will allow us to terraform Mars, and those will all cost energy, which is why it's a good thing to have a lot of energy. We currently have 9,000, and that's increasing by 71 per month. That's great, but I see we're about to run out of food, so let's buy some food. Our latinum is stable, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some latinum, and then now buy 5,000 food. So we won't have to worry about that for a while, and hopefully we were sending a colony ship, which is somewhere. It's Speak of the Devil, initializing colonization process. It's somewhere is now colonizing Tau Ceti Prime. Here we go. So we have just finished that next stage thruster. So we can either go for high energy impulse thrusters or low temperature thrusters. So high energy impulse thrusters, we order our scientists to focus their energies to develop thrusters and engines that produce the maximum amount of possible acceleration at the expense of everything else. The results are some of the fastest ships in the fleet. Your ships could close the distance to the Emily quite quickly, however they will not be as nimble. Or we can have low temperature thrusters. So this path of thrusters allows ships a decent speed while being able to evade enemy sensors. Ships equipped with these engines will be more expensive and slower, but they will enjoy slightly higher evasion chances due to their smaller energy signature. Let's go for the high energy impulse thrusters because that's how fast they can move outside of combat, which means our fleets will be able to move faster and respond to things faster. So great, and now we need another research. Again, we can go for the Duranium Forge, a Trillium mine, which allows you to mine Trillium on a planet, but again reduces happiness and habitability and food production. Or we can go for pulse wave torpedoes, which also needs, is that Topoline or Chemosite? Chemosite. Let's go for Duranium Forges at the moment. Let's see what happens. And again, I'll stay on this because will be finished very soon. Great. So we can then increase our archaeology skill. So if we come across an archaeology site, that's where that will be used. Colony development speed plus 50, or the artisan shop. Let's just go for the artisan shop. That will allow us to make luxuries in the future, which we don't really need. We're doing okay with luxuries. Let's just see what happens, basically. Yep, so now our constructor is finished there. Let's have you, well, we obviously haven't fully explored the Beta Leona system, so let's have you move there, and you will build a starbase once we have enough. Alloys. Almost forgot the word for a second. So, for example, right now. Oh no, our ships are upgrading. That's why it's fluctuating like that. Research that anomaly. New research. So the artisan shop is finished. We can increase our fleet command limit. So this increases the number of ships we can have within a fleet. We can encourage some edicts, or research some edicts, or unlock the starbase facilities. Let's go for the fleet command limit, just because those two aren't something I'm interested in at the moment, and eventually we'll want larger fleets. If we go here and look at fleets, we can see, for example, that the Cardassians are superior, as are the Klingons and the Romulans, so we really need to kind of step up our fleet production as well.
Salvage everywhere.
Oh, so they would like to have a migration treaty with us, so we can then get Ferengi. That would be nice. Have Ferengi live within our borders. So, entering orbit of Desica, and unusual subspace readings are quickly determined to be radiating from a vessel on a rapid intercept course. Not matching any known hull configuration, the intentions of the ship are impossible to ascertain. Initial hails are met with silence. So let's maintain hailing frequencies or go into full reverse. Let's maintain the frequencies. The alien vessel continues to approach the USS Umbriel despite attempts to initiate contact. As the two vessels are within meters, a giant frontal bay door opens and the alien ships in an attempt to bring the USS Umbriel into its interior. The order to reverse course becomes too late as the USS Umbriel is brought inside the alien vessel. A giant chamber of unknown design and function holds the USS Umbriel, filled with a helium atmosphere. The ship appears to be empty of life. Why don't we investigate the interior? As Captain Garcia leads an away team into the vessel interior, the helium atmosphere is replaced with a mixture of more accommodating to human life. A number of bright blue wisps fill the chamber, floating around the away team. One passes through Captain Garcia's EV suit as he looks around bemused for several moments before the wisps leave him and rejoins the rest of the cloud. The captain is dazed, but believes the wisps are in some way sapient, and may be the key to escaping the vessel's interior. So we can either investigate countermeasures or attempt a dialogue. The ship's communication officer volunteers to be possessed by one of the wisps in order to attempt to learn more from them. Moments after the ball of blue light passes through their EVA suit, an attempt is made to enter conversation. Surprised by the willingness to talk, the wisps indicate that it belongs to a non-corporeal species and that the vessel they are within sustains it and its people. The vessel is failing through lack of repair, however, and the wisps have had to resort to possessing the corporeal bodies of aliens in order to survive. We can offer to repair or exploit the vessel's weakened state. Let's offer to repair. Working with the wisps through possessed volunteers, the USS Umbriel attempts to repair the wisp vessel and provide a large number of long-term maintenance systems that should prevent further damage for a number of years to come. While the repairs appear to be successful at first, after cycling the wisp primary power regulator, a catastrophic power failure cascades across the entire power distribution network. A series of explosions erupt across the alien vessel, which erupts in a burst of plasma. The USS Umbriel is destroyed with the alien vessel. This is a disaster. Oh, that sucks. So what could have happened is that we successfully repaired it and they gave us things. They gave us information and energy. But we didn't, so this is a disaster and we lose the Umbriel, I guess. Yep, it's gone. So the Enterprise, you're just sitting there. Let's have you upgrade and then automatically explore. And let's have these ships upgrade again because of the new research. So we now have the Duranium Forge. Let's do new research and do next stage hull construction technology. Or mining station production plus 10%. Let's do the hull construction. That will be good. What I'm going to do now is put in a cut because I see on my timer we've reached around the hour mark. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. To summarize, we've met several more empires around the edges of the map here. And we've also formed a coalition with Trill, we've added the Betazoids, and we're associate members with the Union of Beta Uruguay and the Ferengi Alliance as well. So, and the Benzarian Commonwealth?
We are eager to learn about your society.
No. Okay. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone, thanks once again for watching this episode of Star Trek New Horizons Into the Mirror Darkly. If you enjoyed watching and you liked what you saw, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll try and bring out videos whenever possible, and yeah, I hope to see you again in the future. So take care and ta-ta for now.